Alright, let's get ads out the way. First of all, Bob Brass mouse mats. You can find these on Apos. It's an affiliate link down below, which you can buy this from, among the other variations. And being an affiliate link, I get a slight kickback if you purchase using that link. That way I can survive and make more videos and stuff like that. So, yeah. This is the one that they sent me. Not the one I would have picked personally. I would have picked one of the more classic stuff, like the trees, but this one's actually pretty cool anyway. But yeah, you know, that aside, let's get started with the actual thing of this video. And these things were also sent from Apos. These things being two keyboards. The Whitefoxes of two variations. I got the high profile and the low profile variation. So the cheapest of the bunch and the more expensive premium ones of the bunch. Both made by Alpaca keyboards. Now, the predecessor to the Whitefox Eclipse keyboards was the original Whitefox, which was also the original 65% keyboard, which gave birth to many cool 65%s, like one of my personal favorites, the Space 65 Cyber Voyager series. This was also essentially 65%, and this couldn't have happened if we didn't have Matteo Spinelli create the first Whitefox. Anyway, it looks like Alpaca Designs decided to take this design and update it, adding a whole bunch of different things to the Whitefox while still keeping the form factor, of course. So this guy, you know, let's take a look inside first, huh? Good to see they're pretty well packaged. And there we are, the two keyboards and papers. Alright, let's check out the keyboard and see what accessories we're going to get for the high profile. Okay, let's see. Just the basics. You get a cable. It is nicely braided, actually. It's a fairly straightforward one, but, you know, nothing crazy, but at least it's nice. You also get some tools to remove the keycaps as well as the key switches, because the keyboard is hot swappable. Spudger tool to help open things a little bit more easily, and an array of keycaps for Mac controls in case you're using this on a Mac instead of a PC. In the box for the low profile, it's more or less the same situation, but you do get some feet in case you want to, like, raise up the keyboard a little bit. And, yeah, basically the same, but it does look like this set has been opened up before, so I guess someone else has reviewed this low profile one, and this is the first time this high profile is being touched. Alright, for the uninitiated who won't read the specifications of these guys on the internet, you're going to find out these guys are essentially almost the same other than the frames that they got. So all the other features that they have here are going to be basically the same. Now, the ones I were sent are using like Gateron KS9 Pro switches, but if you don't like the switch, you can always like change it out because it is hot swappable with a 5-pin hole, so you can use basically any cherry style switch you can with it, and they are south facing, which is nice. The keycaps it comes with are die sub ones that are all white, as you may have already seen, but at least they are 1.5 millimeters thick, and this is the case for the low profile and the high profile keyboard. I should probably also mention that the switch and the PCB situation are exactly the same on both of the keyboards. The same also applies to their plate, which has flex cuts in it for a more comfortable experience, that along with like the gasket mounting, which you'll find later. Now, both these keyboards are Bluetooth capable, so you can connect them to wirelessly if you feel like it. They work on Mac or PC, and because of that, there is an on switch on both of them on the very tops. That, of course, you get your complimentary RGB as usual if you ever have a wireless keyboard these days. Let's take a closer look at the keyboard, starting with the cheaper one of the bunch. It is the cheapest of the Eclipses at $140 for what you're getting here, which is an all-plastic build, which is very sharp in terms of all its angles, but I actually kind of like that. It feels like much better plastic than the other keyboards I've had that were all made of plastic, so that's good. Now, here's the cool part about this guy. First off, I want to mention how these guys are magnetic, so you want it raised, little extra feet are magnetic for that angle. But that isn't the only thing magnetic about this keyboard. No, the whole thing, the assembly is magnetic. So you can just take it apart, and here you got your 4,000 milliamp battery, which you can also unplug here. But yeah, everything's attached with magnets, which is pretty darn neat if you ask me. Oh, you got nice pour-on foam on the inside, and looks like you got a gasket mount going all the way around. Overall, pretty simple build, but the way it's executed, I think, is quite excellent, making it very easily customizable so you can crack this baby open. Of course, to remove the, the PCB from the top plate, you are going to have to take off all the switches and unscrew a few bits that are, like, essentially holding the little magnet. So there is that. Actually, yeah, you're going to have to unscrew them, it looks like. Wait, actually, no, yeah, you are. Okay. Now, I'm honestly too lazy to separate, like, the top plate from the PCB, but something I did notice is that there's foam in between them to help dampen things even further, and the stabs here, judging by the screws, are screw-on stabs, so that's actually good. They're not like, those plate mount ones that you see on cheaper keyboards. Another thing I noticed is when I pull out the battery, there is a 3M tape in case you do want, to attach it to the board itself to keep it actually on there, but me personally, I just keep it kind of floating like this. That's just me. Now, if plastic isn't good enough for you, that's where the big chunker comes in. The metal high profile one. This is pretty heavy, which I originally thought was probably too expensive at $315 for the high profile. But once I got it, I can see why it costs the way it does. It is just very thick and heavy. The whole body is made of aluminum. It's a giant chunky block, which is pretty nice. So yeah, whew. Quality and weight. It's gonna be really nice to type on, I bet. But the thing is, even though it is made like this, it is still magnet like built. So you know you can take it apart with magnetic bits here and there. I just gotta find. There it is. Just gotta carefully get that top bit. Yeah, attached with magnets. Carefully put that down on this Bob Ross mat. Link in the description once again. And, oh, this is essentially the same top plate as the low profile. I bet I can swap them if I felt like it. Same battery situation, but looks like this one has the 3M tape is attached. The inside is gasket mounted. It's got the rubber gasket here as well. Porcelain foam. So the inside is very much similar to the low profile. The main difference is just the case, it seems. But yeah, now that I'm opening it up, look at the sheer thickness. This case is a giant block. Pretty nice. Now, if my eyes are right. Yep. Basically the same. You get foam between the PCB and the top plate as well. So yeah, these guys are basically siblings to each other with different shells at a high premium for this thick shell. But oh man, look, look at this magnet attached plate. That's fat. That's nice. Whew, I like that. All right, now that we know that the keyboards are virtually identical, aside from their case, making actually a pretty great difference in price. Let's see if the difference is great in sound. It's pre-lube. I think the spacebar on this one could be a little bit better. It's okay, but it's not much better, I'd say. Due to the shells, or rather the case, sound, resonance is definitely different. Alright, with all the tests out the way, I'm not gonna lie, I had doubts coming into this review thinking that these wouldn't be worth it, but I was proven wrong, even with like the cheaper one. Because the thing about these boards is, when you buy them, you don't gotta mod them at all. They're basically done for you, with a few caveats being that you have to use Gateron, yellow switches that they come with, because as of the making of this video, you don't really have much of a choice outside of these Gateron switches, so you're stuck with the yellows on either of the boards. I think more options may come down the line, but we will see. And as for the switches, you're gonna, they are hot swappable, so if you don't like these switches, you still can change them out, but they don't come as bare bones, so do bear that in mind. However, what's nice is they're all like 5-pin, so you can use any cherry style switch you want with it. Regardless whether you want like a low profile look or high profile look, then you're basically covered. Though I should mention that there is a low profile one that is made of aluminum instead of plastic. So that case option is going to be $225. But me personally, I would just skip it entirely because I like high profile keyboards, in which case we got this $315 one. I thought it wouldn't make sense at all, the price, until I picked it up, because damn, that is thick. Super thick. I like that. I mean, even milled holes for these things. You can see the thickness just from the holes. Dear God, it is weighty, so that is nice. Super well built. Anyway, Yeah, the prices are justified because even on the plastic one, because the quality of plastic and the way they kind of done it, far higher quality than any other plastic keyboards I've handled in the cheaper, more budget stuff. This is like endgame plastic keyboard, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. And even then, I wonder if they'll sell the cases separate in case you ever want to swap them to like the high profile. You never know. For some of you guys out there, maybe you're hoping for a high profile plastic keyboard. Maybe it'll have the same thickness. That'd be kind of cool, but you only get 3 choices. High profile, low profile plastic, and in between low profile, the low profile aluminum. Yeah, these keyboards surprise me, and this is coming from someone who uses like a very custom keyboard. Let me just, I got it off to the side over here. QK75N, very customized, priced at I think 200 something bucks, and then there's the shipping and then the keycaps and switches, so a bit over 300, but very heavily customized with all the choices I want from it for this look that I'm going for. And for me, that's pretty worth it. So this is definitely a hard competitor with the QK series. But for those of you who want a really nice 65% keyboard that is thick, or maybe not thick, with the stuff on the market, despite it all, I think they're worth it. And this isn't just because they sent it to me. I actually do think they're worth it. Like, hold on, give me a second. There's my other keyboard. There, I got it. Once upon a time, Cyber Voyager, Space 65. Bare bones, no switches or nothing, not even stabs. Group buy, 300 bucks. Look at the difference between them. My God. The Whitefox Eclipse would actually eclipse my board. Pun intended. Unless it's like the low profile one, because that's a smaller one. But just damn, the sheer size of it. It's huge. So yeah, if this is what you're looking for, you want a mod keyboard, just want one and done, and basically just fantastic, here they are. Well, here it is. I think this one's more endgame than this one. That's just my opinion. So I got my biases. I'm going to put that out there. I would change the switches. I don't like the yellows very much, but for those of you who do like them, you're done. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I need to say much more. Yeah. Wasn't expecting this to go so well, so yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.